you were several times here in Budapest. Have you seen any changes from the past years? I mean, by architecture, I mean, there are more, let's say, building or construction maybe here.
First of all, this building is the first time I see it. I think probably it was under construction last time, I don't know. Probably, but you know, I have been guided in Budapest, so people show me what's new, and of course I have experienced a lot of new things. And last night when somebody was talking about the city market, I say, oh, I know it, but I have seen that, but that's not new. But it's a city life. It's a city living. So it's yeah.
The first part of this conference was about the Millennium Park and the buildings of the museums.
Yeah.
You mentioned some experiences, international experiences. What do you think about it? Is it important to build a museum, or why a museum is so important that you felt that there is a, how say, the people feel more important, the museum, more than a normal building?
Yeah, as I already said that, as UNESCO has stated, culture is a key element of sustainability. So if you look at humankind, we need absolutely culture. We have a lot of problems by now with the globalization because of loss of culture everywhere in the world. So I think rather than to say no foreigners, it's much more wise to say, let's look at our culture, let's keep our culture, and then we have the means or the skills to look at other cultures as well. So I think I have designed one museum, but a little one, a very little one in France, and on a voluntary basis and on citizens' initiative. I was not hired by a city or just by the people, and that was an amazing experience because I had to listen to all those people, and this was a really great experience for me. It's a museum of sorcery, so it's not. They do not have millions of visitors, but at least they have some.
This, how say,
yeah, so
rearranging the Millennium Park is now an open international tender.
It's a UIA competition.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. Yeah. What is the UIA role in this project?
UIA is in a partnership with UNESCO, and the UIA has been asked by UNESCO to set up the rules of architectural competition because it's not easy to admit when you think you're a good architect. It's not easy to admit that somebody else has a good idea. And the competition is just to sort out about all the ideas in order to find the best idea. And I also mentioned this previously that the competition is an expression of generosity of architects, because when you work for weeks or months even on a topic and you don't know whether you get paid or not, it's not easy to do. You have to afford it, and so that's why it's a really challenging experience. But at the same time, I had letters and some questions about this City Park Museum. And as a UIA president, I do not allow myself to interfere in domestic problems. So the question of the location, let's say it is a domestic problem. But at the same time, I'm always optimistic, and maybe the competition will bring ideas, I hope, will bring ideas that will convince everybody that this is a good idea. When I was in architecture school, my teacher, the former chief of the urban planning of Sao Paulo, he was Brazilian, told me having an idea is 5%, to draw the idea is 10%, and 85% is to convince everybody that this is the best idea. Unfortunately, with the anonymous competition, you don't have the time to convince everybody. You cannot explain anything. So you have to be very, very sharp on the design to say this is the best one. So let's say I'm happy this competition is under the UIA's rules, because at least it will be a fair competition, and let's hope that the future brings the best possible answer to this demand of the museums.